The executive conference room at Yahoo's Sunnyvale headquarters maintained the energetic atmosphere that had characterized internet companies throughout the dot-com boom. In early 2002, senior management reviewed quarterly metrics showing Yahoo's dominant position in web traffic, with over 237 million unique monthly visitors accessing the portal's diverse content offerings. Revenue streams from advertising, premium services, and e-commerce partnerships generated over $717 million in annual income. The company's market capitalization had recovered to approximately $10 billion following the broader technology sector decline. Yahoo's search functionality, powered by partnerships with various technology providers, delivered results to millions of daily queries while supporting the portal's comprehensive approach to internet services. Strategic planning sessions focused on expanding existing content categories, enhancing personalization features, and developing new revenue opportunities within the established business model. The company's leadership team possessed confidence in their integrated approach to internet services that had established Yahoo as one of the web's most recognizable brands. Yahoo's foundation rested on a revolutionary approach to organizing internet content that had emerged from Stanford University in 1994. Founders Jerry Yang and David Philo created a hierarchical directory system that categorized websites by topic, enabling users to navigate the expanding World Wide Web through logical organizational structures. This human-curated approach provided order to what appeared to be chaotic information proliferation, establishing Yahoo as an essential gateway for internet exploration. The company's business model evolved beyond simple directory services to encompass a comprehensive internet portal strategy. Yahoo integrated search functionality, email services, news content, financial information, entertainment features, and e-commerce opportunities within a unified platform. This approach created substantial user engagement, with visitors spending extended periods navigating between different service categories while generating multiple advertising impressions. Yahoo's advertising model captured value through banner displays, sponsored listings, and premium placement opportunities that connected businesses with targeted consumer audiences. The company's sales organization developed sophisticated relationships with major advertisers seeking to reach internet users through various promotional mechanisms. These advertising revenues provided the financial foundation supporting Yahoo's expansion into new service categories and geographic markets. The portal strategy reflected management's vision of the internet as an extension of traditional media, where content aggregation and audience development generated sustainable competitive advantages. Yahoo's executives believed that consumers preferred integrated service offerings over specialized applications, making comprehensive portals the logical evolution of internet-based businesses. This perspective influenced resource allocation decisions and strategic planning processes throughout the late 1990s and early 2000s. Yahoo's technical infrastructure supported massive scale operations, handling billions of page views monthly while maintaining reliable performance across diverse service offerings. The company's engineering teams developed sophisticated systems for content management, user authentication, advertising delivery, and traffic routing that enabled seamless integration of multiple service components. These technical capabilities represented substantial competitive advantages in markets where reliability and performance determined user satisfaction and retention. Search functionality constituted one element within Yahoo's comprehensive service portfolio, but management viewed it primarily as a utility feature rather than a standalone business opportunity. The company's approach to search reflected their broader philosophy of human curation and editorial oversight, emphasizing organized directory structures over automated algorithmic ranking systems. Yahoo's search implementation relied on partnerships with various technology providers who supplied the underlying search algorithms and database indexing capabilities. The company licensed search technology from AltaVista, Inktomi, and other specialized providers while focusing internal resources on portal content development and user interface design. This outsourcing strategy allowed Yahoo to offer search functionality without diverting engineering resources from core portal operations. The search interface integrated seamlessly with Yahoo's directory structure, enabling users to combine keyword searches with category browsing for comprehensive information discovery. The company's editorial teams supplemented automated search results with manually selected featured sites and sponsored listings that reflected human judgment about content quality and relevance. This hybrid approach attempted to combine the efficiency of automated systems with the accuracy of human curation. Yahoo's management viewed search primarily as a traffic generation mechanism that directed users to other portal services, where monetization opportunities were more substantial. The company measured search success through metrics including user engagement time, page views per session, and conversion rates to premium services rather than search-specific metrics like query satisfaction or result relevance. This perspective influenced investment priorities and technological development decisions. The competitive search landscape during the late 1990s included numerous players with different technological approaches and business models. AltaVista provided comprehensive web indexing, Excite offered integrated content services, and Ask Jeeves attempted natural language query processing. Yahoo competed effectively in this environment through superior user interface design and integrated service offerings rather than advanced search algorithm development. Stanford University's computer science program produced numerous innovations that influenced early internet development, including projects that examined information retrieval and web organization challenges. Graduate students Larry Page and Sergey Brin began researching web link analysis in 1996, investigating how hyperlink structures could indicate content quality and relevance for search applications. Their research project, initially named Backrub, analyzed the World Wide Web as a massive citation network, where links between websites function similarly to academic paper citations. The algorithm they developed, subsequently called PageRank, calculated website authority based on the quantity and quality of incoming links, providing a mathematical approach to ranking search results. This methodology differed fundamentally from existing search approaches that relied primarily on keyword density and manual categorization. Page and Brin's academic research operated within Stanford's computer science infrastructure, utilizing university servers and internet connections to crawl web pages and build comprehensive link databases. Their algorithm processed billions of web pages and link relationships, creating sophisticated ranking systems that reflected the web's inherent link-based authority structures. The computational requirements exceeded typical academic project resources, necessitating creative technical solutions and substantial infrastructure investments. The research project demonstrated superior search result quality compared to existing search engines, particularly for complex queries where traditional keyword-based approaches produced irrelevant results. PageRank's authority-based ranking provided more accurate results for ambiguous search terms, while reducing susceptibility to manipulation through keyword stuffing and other optimization techniques that degraded search quality on other systems. By 1998, Page and Brin had developed their research into a functional search engine called Google, which operated initially from Stanford's network infrastructure. The system handled increasing query volumes while maintaining superior result quality, attracting attention from technology industry observers and potential investors. However, the academic environment limited their ability to scale operations and commercialize the technology without external support. Page and Brin initially attempted to license their search technology to existing internet companies rather than developing independent commercial operations. Their academic backgrounds provided limited experience with business development, fundraising, and operational management required for launching technology startups. Licensing arrangements offered opportunities to focus on technological development while established companies handled commercial implementation and market development. The founders approached several major internet companies with licensing proposals, including Yahoo, which represented the most logical potential partner due to their leadership position in internet search and portal services. Yahoo's established user base, advertising relationships, and technical infrastructure could provide immediate commercial application for Google's superior search algorithm technology. In 2002, Page and Brin offered to sell their entire operation to Yahoo for approximately $1 million, a price that reflected their assessment of the technology's commercial value and their desire to return to academic research rather than pursue entrepreneurial activities. The offer included all intellectual property, technical infrastructure, and personnel associated with the Google project, providing Yahoo with immediate access to advanced search capabilities. Yahoo's management evaluated the acquisition proposal within their existing strategic framework and operational priorities. The company's leadership assessed Google's technology as potentially useful for enhancing their search functionality, but questioned whether superior search algorithms justified significant investment or strategic emphasis. Yahoo's business model generated revenue primarily through advertising and premium services, rather than search-specific monetization. The acquisition negotiations involved technical evaluations, intellectual property assessments, and strategic planning discussions that extended over several months. Yahoo's engineering teams examined Google's technology architecture and algorithm performance, while business development personnel assessed integration challenges and potential revenue impacts. These analyses informed executive decision-making about the acquisition's strategic value and financial justification. Yahoo's management approached the Google acquisition opportunity through established frameworks for evaluating technological investments and strategic partnerships. The company's success had resulted from comprehensive portal strategies rather than specialized technology capabilities, influencing their assessment of acquisition opportunities and resource allocation priorities. Senior executives questioned whether advanced search algorithms would provide sufficient competitive advantages to justify acquisition costs and integration complexities. Yahoo's existing search partnerships supplied adequate functionality for most user queries, while the company's competitive position depended more on content quality, user interface design, and integrated service offerings than search result accuracy. The competitive landscape analysis suggested that search technology improvements provided incremental rather than transformational benefits for Yahoo's business model. Users selected Yahoo primarily for its comprehensive service portfolio and familiar interface design rather than search result quality, making advanced algorithms less critical for maintaining market leadership. This assessment supported continued focus on portal development rather than search technology acquisition. Yahoo's financial analysis estimated limited revenue impact from improved search capabilities, as the company's advertising model relied on display advertisements and sponsored listings rather than search-specific monetization mechanisms. Enhanced search algorithms might improve user satisfaction, but would not directly generate additional revenue unless integrated with new business model components that Yahoo had not developed. The integration challenges associated with Google's technology appeared substantial relative to potential benefits. Yahoo's existing technical infrastructure supported portal services and advertising delivery systems that differed significantly from Google's search-focused architecture. Successful integration would require substantial engineering resources and potentially disruptive modifications to established operational systems. Yahoo's management also considered the competitive implications of allowing Google to develop independently as a potential search competitor. However, the assessment concluded that search remained a utility function rather than a standalone business opportunity, making Google's independent development unlikely to threaten Yahoo's portal-based market position. Yahoo's rejection of the Google acquisition reflected systematic analysis within the company's established strategic planning processes. The decision incorporated financial modeling, competitive analysis, technological assessment, and integration planning that applied consistent methodologies to all significant investment opportunities. The financial evaluation indicated that Yahoo's existing search partnerships provided adequate functionality at lower costs than acquiring and integrating Google's technology. The company's agreements with search technology providers supplied necessary capabilities, while allowing Yahoo to focus internal resources on higher priority portal development and content enhancement initiatives. Strategic planning discussions emphasized Yahoo's competitive advantages in content aggregation, user interface design, and integrated service delivery, rather than underlying search algorithm development. The management team concluded that sustained competitive leadership required continued investment in these core competencies, rather than diversification into specialized technologies that provided limited strategic differentiation. The risk assessment process identified potential disruption scenarios, but concluded that search technology improvements alone could not threaten Yahoo's integrated portal strategy. The company's user base valued comprehensive service offerings and familiar interface design more than search result accuracy, providing substantial defensive advantages against specialized search competitors. Yahoo's corporate development team evaluated numerous acquisition opportunities during this period, applying consistent criteria that prioritized strategic fit, integration feasibility, and revenue enhancement potential. The Google proposal ranked lower than alternative investments that aligned more closely with Yahoo's portal expansion strategy and established business model. The decision-making process also reflected Yahoo's corporate culture, which emphasized methodical analysis and consensus building among senior management. The collaborative approach ensured thorough evaluation, but sometimes resulted in conservative decisions that avoided potentially disruptive strategic changes. This cultural tendency influenced the assessment of innovative technologies that might require fundamental business model modifications. Following Yahoo's rejection, Page and Brin pursued independent commercialization of their search technology through venture capital fundraising and startup development. This path required substantial personal commitment to entrepreneurial activities and business development challenges that differed significantly from academic research environments. Google's founders secured initial funding from angel investors and venture capital firms that recognized the commercial potential of superior search technology. These investors provided not only financial resources, but also business expertise, operational guidance, and industry connections that enabled rapid scaling of technical operations and market development activities. The independent development path allowed Google to maintain complete control over their technology development and business model innovation without constraints imposed by existing corporate structures or strategic priorities. This autonomy enabled experimental approaches to search interface design, advertising integration, and revenue model development that might have been difficult within established corporate environments. Google's business model evolution focused specifically on search-related monetization through paid advertising placements that matched user queries with relevant commercial offerings. This approach generated direct revenue from search functionality, rather than treating search as a utility supporting other revenue streams, fundamentally altering the economics of search engine operations. The company's rapid growth demonstrated substantial market demand for superior search capabilities that Yahoo's management had underestimated in their acquisition analysis. Google's user base expanded from academic and technical communities to mainstream internet users who appreciated faster, more accurate search results over integrated portal services. Google's success attracted additional investment capital that funded aggressive technology development, infrastructure expansion, and market development activities. The company's valuation increased dramatically as investors recognized the commercial potential of search-focused business models and superior algorithm technology. Internet usage patterns evolved rapidly during the early 2000s, with increasing user sophistication and specific information-seeking behaviors that favored efficient search capabilities over comprehensive portal services. These changes created competitive dynamics that advantaged specialized search providers over integrated portal strategies. Google's search interface offered simplicity and speed that contrasted sharply with Yahoo's content-rich portal design. Users seeking specific information increasingly preferred Google's minimalist approach and superior result quality over Yahoo's comprehensive but slower portal experience. This preference shift reflected broader internet maturation and user behavior changes. The advertising market also evolved to support search-based revenue models through paid placement systems that generated revenue directly from search queries. Google's AdWords program created new monetization opportunities that traditional display advertising could not match, enabling search-focused business models to achieve substantial profitability. Broadband internet adoption accelerated during this period, enabling users to access multiple websites efficiently rather than relying on single portals for comprehensive internet services. This infrastructure improvement reduced the strategic advantages of integrated portal approaches while increasing the value of efficient search and navigation tools. Mobile internet access began emerging as a significant usage category, with simplified interfaces and efficient functionality becoming increasingly important for user satisfaction. Google's search-focused approach aligned better with mobile usage patterns than Yahoo's comprehensive portal design, creating additional competitive advantages. The broader technology sector experienced renewed growth following the dot-com crash, with investors and users demonstrating preferences for focused, efficient services over comprehensive but complex portal offerings. This market shift favored companies with specialized expertise and superior performance in specific application areas. Yahoo recognized Google's growing competitive threat by the mid-2000s and attempted various strategic responses to preserve their market position. The company invested heavily in search technology development, acquired search-related companies, and modified their portal strategy to emphasize search functionality. In 2003, Yahoo acquired Overture services for $163 billion, gaining access to paid search advertising technology and expertise. This acquisition provided capabilities for developing search-based revenue models while integrating advertising functionality with Yahoo's existing portal services. However, the integration process proved complex and time-consuming. Yahoo also acquired Inktomi for $235 million in 2002, obtaining web crawling and indexing technology that enabled greater control over search functionality. These acquisitions represented attempts to develop internal search capabilities, rather than relying on external technology partnerships, but required substantial integration efforts and resources. The company launched Yahoo Search in 2004, featuring internally developed search algorithms and advertising integration designed to compete directly with Google's offerings. This launch represented a significant strategic shift toward search-focused competition, but occurred several years after Google had established substantial market leadership and technical advantages. Yahoo's search initiative achieved limited market success, despite substantial investment in engineering resources. Google's superior algorithm performance, established user base, and advertising network created competitive barriers that proved difficult to overcome through incremental technology improvements and marketing investments. The competitive battle extended beyond search functionality to include email services, web applications, and advertising platforms where both companies sought to capture user attention and advertiser spending. However, Google's search-based foundation provided advantages in user acquisition and revenue generation that Yahoo's portal approach could not match effectively. Google's independent development path led to extraordinary financial success that highlighted the magnitude of Yahoo's strategic miscalculation. The company's initial public offering in 2004 raised $1.67 billion at a valuation of $23 billion, representing approximately 23,000 times the price at which Yahoo could have acquired the entire operation in 2002. Google's revenue growth accelerated dramatically following their IPO, reaching $6.1 billion in 2005 and continuing to expand rapidly through search advertising and related services. This financial performance demonstrated the commercial potential of search-focused business models that Yahoo's management had underestimated during their acquisition analysis. Yahoo's financial performance during the same period reflected the challenges of competing against Google's specialized search capabilities while maintaining their comprehensive portal strategy. The company's stock price declined as investors recognized Google's competitive advantages and questioned Yahoo's ability to respond effectively to the search market transition. The acquisition of Overture and Inktomi consumed substantial financial resources that generated limited competitive benefits relative to Google's continued technological and market development. Yahoo's search investments represented reactive rather than proactive strategic moves, occurring after Google had established decisive advantages in technology and market position. Yahoo's overall valuation reflected investor concerns about the company's strategic direction and competitive positioning relative to Google's focused search business model. The market capitalization gap between the companies expanded as Google demonstrated superior revenue growth and profitability from search-related services. The long-term financial implications extended far beyond the immediate acquisition opportunity, as Google's search dominance enabled expansion into numerous additional technology markets including online advertising, web applications, mobile operating systems, and cloud computing services that generated hundreds of billions in additional value. Google's technological development continued advancing search capabilities while expanding into related areas that leveraged their core algorithm expertise and infrastructure capabilities. The company's research and development investments produced innovations in machine learning, artificial intelligence, and distributed computing that maintained technological leadership. PageRank algorithm improvements and infrastructure scaling enabled Google to handle exponentially increasing search volumes while maintaining superior result quality and response times. The company's engineering culture emphasized continuous innovation and experimental development that produced breakthrough capabilities in search and related technologies. Yahoo's technological efforts focused on integrating acquired search capabilities with existing portal infrastructure, while developing new features for comprehensive service offerings. However, these development activities occurred within established organizational structures and priorities that limited innovation potential and resource allocation flexibility. The competitive technological gap between Google and Yahoo expanded over time as Google's specialized focus enabled deeper expertise development and more aggressive innovation investments. Google's search-focused research attracted leading computer scientists and engineers who contributed to sustained technological advancement. Google's infrastructure investments created substantial competitive advantages through superior performance, reliability, and scalability that Yahoo's distributed approach could not match effectively. The company's data center development and computational capabilities provided foundations for numerous additional technology services. The broader implications of Google's technological trajectory influenced multiple industry sectors beyond search, including advertising technology, web applications, mobile computing, and artificial intelligence development that generated transformational business opportunities and competitive advantages. Yahoo's decision to reject Google's acquisition offer became a defining moment in internet industry history, illustrating how established companies can underestimate disruptive technologies and specialized business models. The case demonstrates the challenges of evaluating innovative opportunities within existing strategic frameworks and operational priorities. The decision reflected broader questions about corporate innovation management, strategic planning effectiveness, and competitive analysis methodologies that continue influencing technology industry practices. Yahoo's experience provides insights into how successful companies can miss transformational opportunities, despite apparent strategic advantages and financial resources. Google's subsequent success validated alternative approaches to internet business development that emphasized technological specialization over comprehensive service integration. The company's focused strategy demonstrated how superior technology capabilities could overcome apparent disadvantages in market position, user base, and revenue diversification. The competitive dynamics between Yahoo and Google influenced broader internet industry evolution, with numerous companies adopting search-based business models and specialized service approaches that challenged integrated portal strategies. These developments reflected changing user preferences and technology capabilities that favored efficiency over comprehensiveness. Yahoo eventually sold to Verizon Communications in 2017 for $4.48 billion, representing a fraction of the company's peak valuation and far below Google's market capitalization, which exceeded $600 billion at that time. This outcome highlighted the long-term consequences of strategic decisions made during critical technology transitions. Contemporary technology companies study Yahoo's experience as they evaluate acquisition opportunities, competitive threats, and strategic planning processes. The case provides frameworks for analyzing disruptive technologies and business model innovations that may appear initially insignificant, but possess transformational potential. Google's evolution into Alphabet Inc. created one of the world's most valuable corporations with market capitalization exceeding $1 trillion, while Yahoo's portal-based approach ultimately proved unsustainable in competitive markets that valued specialized capabilities and superior technology performance over comprehensive service integration. The $1 million acquisition opportunity that Yahoo rejected in 2002 represented one of the most significant missed opportunities in business history, demonstrating how strategic miscalculations during technology transitions can produce extraordinary long-term consequences for corporate valuation, competitive position, and market leadership.